All around the Valle Maggia, in the Italian-speaking Ticino, you see high waterfalls. Many mountain streams feed the Maggia River. All this water tumbling down very steep cliffs is exploited to produce electricity. In the 1950s and 1960s, a complex network of hydroelectric power plants was built here. But one valley decided against electricity, the Valle Bavona. Not so much because its inhabitants were Amish nature lovers, but because at that time they thought electricity was a luxury they could do without. Their decision proved to be a bonus for the valley, which for the most part is still inhabited only during summer. Without electricity, nobody built new houses, and the Valle Bavona was left almost untouched. If you want electricity, you have to produce it yourself with generators or solar panels, like Tiziana Mellini.
We invested our savings, fruit of our hard work, to restructure this house. I grew up in this valley, and I love steep mountains. But I understand those who come here for the first time and feel a bit scared, like the mountain is about to fall on their heads. But me, I feel lost in a place without mountains.
Val Bavona is one of the steepest and stoniest valleys in the Alps, where rockfalls, landslides and avalanches are frequent events. But why did people originally come to such steep and dangerous pastures?
The plains around Locarno were a swamp, so people had to move higher up. A family who had an alpine pasture was lucky, however tiny it was, because they could make cheese. The first colonizers of the Alps were heroes. I realize it now when I travel to places like Nepal, and I see the similarities with our ancestors' way of life.
To escape poverty, the majority of men emigrated in the 19th century, leaving behind the elderly, children and women. They were the real superheroes, having to take care of the fields and the cattle, while raising a family in this harsh environment. To pay homage to these strong and hard-working women, a local artist made this sculpture, a figure resembling a Madonna who's not holding a child, but a tool.
When the priest blessed it, he said, "We bless this figure, a woman from Galilee." So this is how she was accepted.
The artist Franco Lafranca draws a lot from the local tradition, but he's doing something to bring modern culture to this rather isolated valley.
Non è una casa matta come le costruzioni militari, però c'ha le due entrate.
His workspace is open to other artists for seminars and workshops, with one condition: the artists shouldn't think their work is more important than that of the farmers who made life here possible.